So I have a new figure, and this is Skywarp, a Transformer Skywarp from Threezero in their MDLX line. I, for years, stayed away from Transformers, and there was a couple reasons. Collected Transformers, not collected them, but I had a handful of Transformers when I was a child and enjoyed them. But I've found transforming figures, particularly like high-end transforming figures, to be more trouble than they're worth. And I just kind of want the best looking robot possible. And so there is always sacrifices that are made, sometimes severe sacrifices, in order to allow for the transformation. And I just want a cool looking robot. I don't play with my figures. You know, I will have them on a shelf to display them. And so I want them to look as good as possible. So these are not transforming figures, which is what I prefer. They don't feel super heavy. I got this from Big Bad Toy Store for almost $130. I was hoping to wait for them to get on. I have like 5 or 6 of these MDLXs just sitting out there in my shopping cart in case they go on sale. But I decided to just get this one without a discount. Is it worth $130? I don't know. So if you look at it, you might think there's some metal in there. There is a little bit of metal, but not anywhere where you're seeing. The metal, I would say two areas, 2 places. Even this, which might look like metal, is not metal. I think in there, these 2 joints for the hip, and then I believe that there is metal in here, some metal rods for the shoulders, and that's about it. So I measured this, weighed it. It's about 8.2 ounces, so not particularly heavy. But there is a lot of detailing in here, and I will admit that. But yeah, the plastic it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. It's not of the level of what I see with, say, Bandai figure, you know, of a similar size, Sola Chogokin. So I'm debating about getting others. There are a couple figures that I definitely am going to get. Soundwave or not Soundwave, but the other one, I can't remember his name. But I plan to get him. So the figure, the wings do not come attached, so I put them on, and they went in very easily. Okay, so yeah, they peg in nice and easily, which is sometimes not true even on high-end figures, super expensive figures. These 2 guns are removable in the shoulders. Okay. Now, I will show one thing before I continue on, and that is I actually have an original, I think I have actually more pieces than this, Skywarp. And I had actually forgotten that I had this and it's the only of the jets that I own. You could see how tiny this is, and you could see, of course, all the sacrifices that are made in order to allow it to transform. I mean, it was cheap, it's simple, light, and I actually believe I have all the pieces. All these pieces go into the transformation, wings and stuff. The only thing is, I noticed this one piece has a crack in it, although it's still, believe it or not, will hold this on, even with that crack in it. I loaned this out to my nephews, some of these figures, and they may have, or maybe I broke it. I don't remember. I don't know why this doesn't want to stay. But you can see the simplicity of the original 1980s figures versus the much more elaborate Skywarp of today. He's got 2 alternate faces. Okay, so this is kind of a laughing face or smiling or something, and another one, kind of a sneering look. I haven't tried yet to replace the face. We have this gun, which the instructions are very confusing because the instructions show, it says here, wing blade, and then it's, I don't know, attaching in there, but I'm not sure what it's talking about because I don't know what it's talking about. So it can be held in alternate hands, but not with the hands that come with it, which are the fist hands. So it's got some more open hands, like that, and then slightly less open, and then these are probably the hands for gripping the gun. I don't know if they, yeah, it's one of these things where you kind of crank it in. I don't really like that because you could damage the figure, you could scratch it. But I think that the colors, it's just like a step below of like a really premium. The colors are nice, but they don't quite pop the way, it's close. It's close. They don't quite pop the way the really high-end figures do. But I think it's nice. I think overall the purple and gray and black color scheme is pretty neat, which was why I got Skywarp first. And again, I didn't even remember I owned it. But I was kind of thinking about getting, there's like another 3 or 4 of the jets. And I was thinking about getting the rest of them. So here's the instructions, and it shows how to swap the face out and put the guns on the shoulders. And the articulation, we can go through articulation. The articulation's nice. I think it's really good. It's not overly stiff. It's not loose. And it's got some pretty good range of motion. So all these swing up, and then I give it a little closer look at the detailing on it. It looks nice. It looks very nice on a shelf. So yeah, I think for some people, not having transforming capabilities is a deal breaker. For me, I don't care. Because I guess if you're a person who likes to transform the figure, that's in their name, they're Transformers. So I guess for some people it's like, gotta transform, or it's not a Transformer. But for me, just standing on a shelf, I think it's perfectly fine. So I'm going to debate. Will I get more of these? I don't know. It's a tough call because I have a ton of figures, and how much do I want to? There's like I said, at least 1 or 2 of these figures that I definitely want to get, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so that is the Transformer Skywarp from Threezero in their MDLX line.